What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another prediction video. This week, I'm going to be breaking down UFC Vegas 71, Pavlovich versus Blaydes. Man, this is going to be a super good main event. It's going to show probably who's going to be the next title challenger and who's going to be probably fighting John Jones here in the future. We got a ton of great fights on this card, a ton of great betting spots. We're going to do a quick recap of UFC, Kansas City, and then we'll get right into these UFC Vegas 71 bets. UFC Kansas City, 5-0, man. 5-0. Got the brooms out, swept them. Feels good, dude. Feels good. 5-0 plus 14.65 units, man, in the one card. No big parlays, no nut, just hitting 5 straight bets. First winning bet, my man, the legend, put some respect on his name, Edson Barbosa, plus 3.75 units. And yeah, man, I try to tell people, dude, there's levels to this game, and Billy Q just had never seen nobody like Barbosa. He never even been in the ring with anybody like him, except maybe Alexander Hernandez, but that's not Barbosa, man. I loved it. Got him at plus 150. Second winning bet, Jillian Robertson. Got her at plus 145. Easy work. Easy work. Third winning bet. I won 2.9 units on her. Third winning bet, Bill Algeo, plus 3 units. He took some big shots in the first time, but in my breakdown of the fight, you know that I said that he's going to get taken down in the first round. He's going to get beat up a little bit, but then he will take over. And Bill Algeo came through good. Senior Perfecto. Plus 3 units. And my fourth winning bet, Brandon Royval, under 2.5 rounds, plus 2.5 units. Killed it. Killed it. That's as easy as it gets, man. It's as easy as it gets. Some dudes fight like that. Brandon Royval, 7 of his last 8 fights ended under 2 rounds. Easy money, man. That was like minus 110. Fifth winning bet, Ed Herman, over 2.5 rounds, parlayed with Edwards over 2.5 rounds. And Ed Herman showed some freaking veteran grit, man. He got dropped like 6 times. I'm like, no. But, man, that chin held up for as long as it needed to anyways, man. So 5-0 plus 14.65 units, man. The clean sweep. I've had at least a couple this year, but I've had like 7 or 8 of these. I had back-to-back clean sweeps when like my 7th and 8th week doing breakdowns. But you know what that means, man, that we're going to go back-to-back. I got to get the back-to-back sweeps. That's the only thing to make me feel good. And it's been bugging me all week, but if a Morum would have sunk in that choke last week, I'd have went 5-0 last week and won 1,500. And then the week before, I went 4-1. So I would have been like 14, 15-1 on my last 16 bets, because I also had the Algeo Amorim parlay. So that would have been another $400 that I would have got. But official bet record after UFC Kansas City, 215 and 148 for plus 96.15 units. We're about to break that 100 units. I told you we're going to get up to them 200 units. That's what I'm aiming at. Had a bumpy couple weeks, but it wasn't even like I'm losing 10 units. I'm losing 0.7. I'm losing 0.5, but we don't want to lose none. Then bookie should have never took that $45 back last week. This is what happens. Official bet record for 2023, 36 and 23 for plus 18.85 units. Let's get that up to 100. Let's get that up to 100. It's going to be a really good card, man. I can see us getting some really good money on this card. Just got to make the solid bets. We got to get some of these lines out too, man. They don't want to drop no prop lines at all. So we're going to have to figure them out. I think some of them just dropped today, but yeah. Everybody, before we get into before we get into this fight card, everybody, please, man, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, leave me a comment, help the algorithm. Clean sweep last week, plus 14.65 units. The Patreon is up and running. It's running smooth. $10 a month. It'll help you. It helps support my channel. I'm gonna give you some new paintings, bunch of stuff for the channel, and just helps out, supports the channel. You get my 10 best bets. I went 9 out of 10 on my 10 best bets. You're going to get my early bets, which I beat tons of line movement last week. I had Bill Algeo at minus 150. You know, he ended up minus 200. You get my DraftKings lineup. I hit on DraftKings. Everybody hit on DraftKings. 8 fight progressive parlay. And this week it paid for itself. Hit the first leg of the parlay, which paid for the rest of it. But I hit 7 out of 8. If Bruno Brazil would have won, I would have won 49 units. from a 1.5 unit bet. So there's a lot of stuff going on the Patreon, man. If you can help and you can support, man, I appreciate it. Link is in the description. Layer Cake Discord is popping, man. We had a great night Saturday. Everybody was winning. Everybody got money. Join up. It's free. Link's going to be in the Discord. It's free. Come hang out. Come have a good time with all of us, man. There's a ton of cappers in there. I probably got, eight cappers, different good cappers that you see on YouTube. So come hang out. Have a good time. It's free. All right. Let's get into this card right here. Let's get into UFC Vegas 71. Oh yeah, one more announcement. I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend with my girlfriend, and I probably won't be making a breakdown video next week. I'm gonna make a video with like my picks, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to make a whole breakdown video and do all that. But I am gonna have good bets. I'm gonna tape all the fights that I need to tape and all that. But there probably won't be. I don't want to be running around out in Vegas trying to figure out how to do this and that. So I'm gonna take one week of vacation. I'll still put out a video, reels, and a video on here with like my pick for every card and how they're gonna do it. And then you're still gonna get my bets. I'll do an official bets video later in the week. But appreciate it, man. Working with me, but I wanna have a good time out here. First fight that I have is Mohammed Usman versus Junior Tafa. Mohammed Usman is 8-2. Currently sitting at -110. The line has shifted. 34 years old, 6'2", with a 79-inch reach. Junior Tafa, Justin Tafa's brother, is 4-0. Currently sitting at -110. He's 6'3". Reach not available, but he has long arms. 26 years old. So you see, there's about an 8-year age difference, but at heavyweight, that's not so crazy. Muhammad Usman, Kamaru Usman's brother, decent wrestling, like explosive wrestling when he wants to use this. Not like he's got technique. He didn't wrestle. He was a football player. He's got decent boxing with some power. You see, he's got power in that left hook. Put Zach Puanga out. He's got really good cardio, really good toughness for a big man. Explosive takedowns when he attempts them, and his nickname's the Motor. So he's supposed to go all day. I just don't know how good his wrestling is. It might be good enough for Junior Tafa though, man. Junior Tafa, Justin Tafa's brother. This guy is a kickboxer. He was a pro kickboxer. He was like 20-5 as a kickboxer. He's got some good wins, and then he's 4-0 as a pro MMA fighter. But he hasn't been fighting the best competition in the world. But he's looked good and doing what he's supposed to do, man. This dude has world-class kickboxing, right? He's a big dude too, big, tall, skinny, excellent boxing, KO power in both hands, decent regional scene takedown defense and get up game. I've seen him get taken down, but I also, he doesn't stop moving, gets back to his feet, seems to have tons of energy, goes at his opponents with reckless abandonment, forward pressure at all times, throws caution to the wind when standing. So, I mean, that could come back to bite him, but he's got a really good chin. He's got one of them Islanders chin, man. And them dudes are like Mark Hunt, them dudes are hard to take out. But nice knees in the clinch, and he's got some nice flying knees, man. I'm taking Junior Tafa here, man. I'm going to take Junior Tafa by TKO because honestly, Muhammad Usman ain't very good. He was getting beat by Zach Puanga before he ended up hitting that knockout, and I just never been impressed with him in any of his fights. He's like low output. I don't think his wrestling's all that great. I think if he takes Tafa down, Tafa's going to get back up, and when Tafa touches him a couple times, I think he is going to put him out. So give me Justin Tafa, and I like him by TKO. Next fight is in the men's 135-pound division. We got Danaa Batgerel versus Brady Hiestand. Danaa is 12-4. He's currently sitting at, I believe, about -140, 33 years old, 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Training out of Fight Ready these days. Brady Hiestand, 6-2, currently sitting at +120, 23 years old, so he's 10 years younger, 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. So he's going to be 1 inch taller with 1 inch of reach. Danaa, man, this dude is good. He's got super fast boxing, super accurate. You see by the KOs of like Kevin Natividad, Brandon Davis, Guido Canetti. He has that one punch kiss of death, man. His counter left hook's crazy. There's Guido Canetti hit him with the left hook. Hit Kevin Natividad with the left hook. Hit Brandon Davis with the knees, punches, and elbows, man. Super strong. KO power in both hands. Really good feints and movements. And his grappling and gas tank is kind of suspect, but he showed decent. I don't think Kang tried to take him down too much in that fight, but he showed decent takedown defense against Aori Q Lang until like the third round of that fight. But I think this guy's striking is really good. Now I actually think that he's very fast, and I don't think he's going to be all that easy to take down. Brady Hiestand, man, you've seen him on the Ultimate Fighter. He's young, 23 years old. Good wrestling base, nice body lock takedowns. He's got some ankle picks, single legs. You see on the Ultimate Fighter, man, got that nice win over Josh Reddinghouse that was back and forth and super crazy fight. Then he knocked out Vince Murdoch early in that first round. Lost a split to Ricky Turcios, but I thought he won that fight. I had a bet on him, but I thought he won that fight. And then he beat Fernie Garcia. But he's got his striking's not that good. It seems forced. He pushes a crazy pace, and he has pretty good BJJ, sneaky left head kick that he can throw up there. That's pretty fast. But he slows down himself as the fight goes because he pretty much has to grapple at all times, and he pushes that pace because his striking's not all that good. Good. He can get hurt easy. He got dropped against Turcios. He got dropped against Fernie Garcia. And he's just not that dangerous, in my opinion. I'm going to take Danaa back to Gra here. I'm going to say he knocks him out. I'm going to say that he comes forward, puts the pressure, because Brady Hiestand wrestlers like to come forward to get their takedowns, man. And I think that Danaa is going to take the center of the cage, start backing Brady up. And I actually think that Danaa gets him out of there in the first round before Brady's even able to get anything going. I like Brady. I just don't like his striking. I don't like that. I don't think he can take a punch all that well. He got knocked out by what's the one, Chad and Helliger, and I'll take Danaa over him. It's a good fight. I don't know if I'm going to be betting any of these, but I do like Danaa there a lot. And he was a big favorite, and that line came way down. Next fight's in the men's bantamweight division. We got Rani Yahya versus Montel Jackson. Rani Yahya's 28-10-1. Currently sitting at plus 450, 38 years old, 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. Montel Jackson, 12-2, currently sitting at minus 600, 30 years old, 5'10" with a 75.5-inch reach. So Montel's going to be 4 inches taller, and he is going to have 7.5 inches of reach, which is a ton, but he's always taller and got reach on all the people he fights here at 135. Rani Yahya, man, yeah, dude, he's old, 38 years old. Still tough as nails, though, dude. He's got reckless, relentless wrestling. Like, he'll shoot from across the ring. If he can grab any part of you, then he just starts chain wrestling and grappling from there. World-class BJJ, 5th degree black belt. Excellent control, transitions, and phenomenal sweeps on the ground. Like against Ko Young Kang, who I bet against him. He took him down. I actually knocked Rani Yahya down, went in to finish him, was on top after Rani Yahya didn't get finished for about 12 seconds for Rani Yahya swept him, controlled him the rest of the round. Super durable. He's only been finished 3 times. 3 times, and the last time he was finished by strikes, 2009, 14 years ago. And he's fought some really tough people. He's fought the best of the best, excellent subs, 21 subs. Striking isn't that good. He's slow. He's old. And the striking is just not that good. He'll throw some overhands with some power to try to set up the takedowns, crash into the pocket after throwing that big overhand, go for the takedown. Montel Jackson, dude, great wrestling. Long, tall, skinny with the long boxing, man. Hits you at the end of the punches. Ask Julio Arce. Really nice offensive wrestling. I don't really like his defensive wrestling, man. I seen JP Blaydes take him down and control him in the first round, which is kind of scary for this fight because Rani Yahya is way better than JP Blaydes. But Montel Jackson's got good top control himself. He's got really good ground and pound. He's got excellent 1-2. He's got good power, man. He's got them giant freaking hands, and when he hits people, they tend to go down and get hurt. He didn't finish JP Blaydes. That's worrisome to me. And if you're not finishing JP Blaydes, I don't think you're finishing Rani Yahya, to be honest. So I'm going to take Montel Jackson. I'm going to take him by decision. And I actually like the over, man. Like I said, if you're not finishing, everybody finishes JP Blaydes. If you're not finishing JP Blaydes, you're not going to finish a dude that hasn't been finished in 15 years. And Montel, the thing is Montel will engage in the grappling. He was doing that. Montel did not have to grapple with JP Blaydes, and he kept just going down to the ground with him and grappling and rolling around with him. It was weird, and he wasn't even winning all them exchanges. So you better not do that against Rani Yahya, but give me the durability of Rani Yahya for that fight to go over. But I got Montel Jackson by decision. Next fight, man, this one should be a good one, dude. We got Ricky the Gladiator Glenn versus Christos the Spartan Giagos. Ricky Glenn, man, he's down to about 100 minus 160 now. He's 22, 6-2, minus 160, 34 years old, 6 foot with a 70.5-inch reach. Christos Giagos, 19-10, currently sitting at about plus 130, 33 years old, 5'10" with a 71.5-inch reach. So you'll see that Ricky Glen's 2 inches taller, but Giagos will actually have an inch of reach. And this should be a good veteran fight here. We got Rick Glenn, good striking, nice southpaw boxing. You know, he'll throw some kicks, but not a ton of them. He's got excellent forward pressure and pace. Nice power in that straight left. You've seen against what's his name? Silva, Felipe Silva, I believe. Joaquim Silva was able to put him out. He's got pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling. It didn't look that great against Grant Dawson because Grant Dawson, you know, his wrestling and grappling is savage, but he still was able to survive them 2 rounds, come back and almost finish him in that 3rd round, which is very tough to do. 7 of his last 8 wins for Ricky Glenn's gone to decision, though, so he's not all that dangerous. He looked dangerous against Joaquim Silva, but I don't think he's all that dangerous. Christos Giagos, man, good wrestling, fast, explosive. He's got decent boxing. He's got good wrestling, good chain wrestling, decent BJJ and subs. You've seen him sub Sean Soriano, and I feel like he subbed somebody else. Who did I see him sub in the UFC? Maybe not. Maybe that was the only guy. So maybe his subs. I mean, I watched him sub Sean Soriano, so that's not really much. He's got 4 sub wins and 5 sub losses. He's been finished 7 times out of his 10 losses. But he's got good grappling, good scrambles, decent everywhere, just not great anywhere, but he's pretty good everywhere, you know. I think he slows down as the fights go, and I'm going to take Ricky Glenn because of that. I'm going to say the first 2 rounds are really close, back and forth. I'm going to give Christos Giagos the first round because Glenn seems to start slow, but then I'm going to say Glenn starts taking over, stopping the takedowns in the second, beating him up, standing up, and then in the third, I got Ricky Glenn all day. He's got phenomenal cardio. Excuse me. So give me Ricky Glenn. Give me him by decision or 3rd round finish because Giagos is known to get finished. It's a weird one, though, because like I said, 7 of Glenn's last 8's gone to decision, and then Giagos been finished in 7 of his 10 losses. So what's going to hold up? If Glenn wins, he's going to win by decision, and Giagos breaks his little fragile streaker. You know, who knows? Next fight is going to be a banger in the girls division. We got Priscila Cachoeria versus Karine Silva. Priscila Cachoeria is 12-4, currently sitting at plus 140. 34 years old, 5'7" with a 65-inch reach. Karine Silva is 15-4, 29 years old, 5'5" with a 67-inch reach. 2 inches of height for Priscila, 2 inches of reach for Karine. Priscila, what is there to say, man? Zombie girl walks forward, throws crazy punches, throws hooks, throws everything with power. She's got a phenomenal uppercut. She got power in both hands. Throws long punching combos. If you back up against the cage, she'll take off with an 8-10 punch boxing combo. She excellent pressure, pushes a crazy pace, usually gasses girls out. That's how she's been getting her wins. She crushed Lipsky, but she came back on Jin Kim. She was losing that fight. I don't even know if she fully won it, but she came back. She was losing that. The Robertson fight, that was tough. But Mazzani, and she ended up getting beat, you know, the first round and a half of that fight, and then just pushed that pace so crazy on Mazzani and ended up getting the win there. She's excellent cardio and toughness, very meat and potatoes, and she's durable, but she's just meat and potatoes. You know, she's going to throw a ton of punches. She doesn't kick too much. Terrible takedown defense. She's super tough and powerful. She got no takedown defense. She got a terrible ground game. She cannot get up if she gets taken down. Karine Silva, man, I am super impressed with this girl, dude. 15-4, 15 finishes, 8 KOs, 7 submissions. She's been finished in 3 of her losses too, 1 KO, 2 submissions. She goes hard from the beginning, right out the gate. She's got good kickboxing. She's got power in both hands. She's an opportunist for submissions. You leave an arm out there, you leave a leg out there. You see Darce, her last 4 wins: Darce, guillotine, armbar, heel hook. That's what I like to see. And then the punches. So her last 5 wins, all different, all different. She's good, dude. She's got excellent power in her hand. She's got good offensive and defensive wrestling, good timing on it, and excellent jiu-jitsu. I mean, she is opportunistic, man. I'm all over Karine Silva here. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna bet that under. I haven't got the line. I got the line. It's minus 144, but I am going to bet the under 2.5. Very big here. I think it's either Karine Silva early or Priscila Cachoeira starts stopping them takedowns and stuff and throws a beating on her in that second round. So it's going to be a good fight, though, man. I'm actually looking forward to that for a women's fight. Next fight is in the men's featherweight division. We got Francis Marshall versus William Gomis. Francis Marshall, 7-0, currently sitting at minus 220, 24 years old, 5'9" with the 72-inch reach. William Gomis, 11-2, 11-2. He's currently sitting at plus 180. 25 years old, 6 foot with a 73-inch reach. So he's 6 foot. He's got 3 inches of height, 1 inch of reach here. And dude, I am looking forward to this fight. That line is a little wide, man, because both of these guys, I'm gonna call them kids because they're kids to me, are very good prospects, man. Both of them are excellent prospects. William Gomes was rated like the number 1 or number 2 featherweight in all of Europe. He's coming over here to meet the fire marshal, who's a very big prospect for America. Francis Marshall, dude, he's been training ever since he was a kid to do MMA. His coach is Kurt Pellegrino. Got him in wrestling in high school. He's been doing boxing, everything, man. Really good boxing, good wrestling, physically strong, man. He's got KO power in the right hand. You seen what happened to what's his name? Rojas, I believe. Marcelo Rojo sent him to the shadow realms. And Rojo is tough, man. He's got really good BJJ. He's got 4 rear naked chokes. He's got 1 KO, and then he's got 2 decisions. Super tough with excellent cardio. He pushes a crazy pace, crazy pressure. When he gets takedowns, he's doing Dagestani handcuffs. He's keeping top position real heavy on top, man. I really like this kid. He's very hittable, and he starts off slow. Them are the only things that I didn't like about him, is that, hittable, starts off slow, but he's more hittable because he'll take one and give you a big one back. So, but William Gomis, man, I was pretty impressed with what he did. I mean, it was a close fight, but Jarno Aarons is tough, man. He got the majority decision, but Aarons is super tough. He's one of the highest rated guys out of Europe. He's got really smooth kickboxing, dude. He's got really fast southpaw striking, fast kicks with both legs, man. Offensive and defensive wrestling and grappling seems good, man. He out-grappled Jarno Aarons. He was able to take him down like 3 times in that fight. He's got really nice punch to kick combos. He's throwing 1-2 and then 2 kick, or throwing a kick to the 1-2. He's just really good combos, man. The kid's really good. Really good clinch up against the cage too. This fight's going to be really, really close. I think this fight's going to be really, really close. I think both of these guys, I think it should be lined closer. I think both these guys are really good. I'm going to take Francis Marshall by a close decision, a back and forth decision. You see, he only had 1 knockout, so he ain't knocking out Gomis. And he's got all them submissions, but Gomis got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good grappling. He does have 1 submission loss, but that was way back in 2016 by a heel hook. So he's improved, and this kid's good. I'm taking Francis Marshall by a close decision. I'll be looking at the over in that fight, but I don't know, man. I would wait on putting Marshall in a whole bunch of stuff, especially at that line, because I think Gomis is really good, man. And it's going to be a really good close back and forth fight. Next fight is in the women's featherweight division. We got Karol Rosa versus Norma Dumont. Karol Rosa is 16-4, currently sitting at I believe she's about -1 or plus 105, 28 years old, 5'5" with a 67.5-inch reach. Norma Dumont, 32 years old, 8-2, currently sitting at -115, 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. Norma Dumont's gonna be 2 inches taller, but Rosa's gonna have a half an inch of reach. This is gonna be a phenomenal girl fight, man. Both these girls are very well-rounded, tough girls. Karol Rosa, excellent striking. I really like her striking. She's got really nice wrestling, good BJJ, and top control. When she gets girls down, she holds them down. Her striking's phenomenal, throws a ton of different techniques. She's got flying knees. She got excellent knees in the clinch. She throws good boxing combos. She throws a ton of value, man. She's just on girls. When she fights, she's on them. She mixes up her punches and kicks very well, powerful leg kicks, and she's got an excellent tie clinch, knees and elbows, man. She's very well-rounded, very good, and she's mean. She's mean and she's tough. Norma Dumont, pretty much like the same, man. Really nice kickboxing. She's got powerful leg kicks. She's got really crisp boxing combos. She's really good at switching stances and throwing leg kicks out of her left stance. Pretty good offensive and defensive grappling. And she probably will be a little bigger in this fight, just for the fact that, she's more of a natural 145er. But I still think that this is going to be a really good fight. And I'm actually going to side with Karol Rosa here. I think Karol Rosa, will be better. She ain't going to have to cut weight. size difference ain't really all that big. And I think Hosa is going to be faster than her. And I think Hosa is going to be able to out wrestle her. So I'm going to keep seeing where that line goes. And I might throw me a bet on Karol Rosa because I really do think that she's going to have a speed advantage here. And I think she's going to have the grappling advantage. And I think the striking is going to be even. So, yeah, man, give me Karol Rosa there as the underdog. And she started off the favorite. Next fight is in the women's strawweight division. We got Lasmin Lucindo versus Brogan Walker. Lucindo is 13-5, currently sitting at -300. She's 21 years old, 5'3" with a 66-inch reach. Brogan Walker, 7-3, 33 years old, 12-year difference there. 5'4" with a 67-inch reach, and Walker is dropping down to flyweight for this fight. Her Ultimate Fighter and all that was at 125. This is going to be a banger, man. You remember Lucindo, her fight with Yasmin Uruguay? That was a freaking banger. They stood on the feet the whole time throwing bombs, and this girl is really good at more of a grappler. You know what I mean? She's got good, at least here, submissions, KO punches, ground and pound. She's really good. She's really tough, and she is really well-rounded. Really good Muay Thai, excellent counter-striking in the pocket, excellent power in her left hook and jab. She was cracking Yasmin, dude. And Yasmin Uruguay, I'm really high on her. She is a beast. She's got a good jab, can throw 10-punch combos with power coming forward. Just she was winging punch. She hurt Yasmin a couple times in that fight. She can take a hell of a shot and then fire right back in the pocket. Her ground game's good, man. 21 years old. She's very hittable. She's got 3 sub losses. She's finished 10 of her 13 wins, man. Finished 10 of them. 8 KO, 2 subs. She's very good everywhere. Brogan Walker, you know, not so much. Like, she's kind of well-rounded. Her striking isn't that good. Defensive wrestling's terrible. You've seen against Juliana Miller, but it's been okay in the past before against like Miranda Maverick and stuff. But she caught Miranda Maverick when she was really young. That was, 5 years ago. But she's got decent everywhere. She's experienced. She's not dangerous. She's got 7 wins, 6 of them are decisions. She's got 1 sub. She's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but she didn't show nothing off her back in that last fight. She looked terrible. 33 years old, 1 finish in 7 fights. Give me Lasmin Lucindo. This girl is a beast. She's going to be going places, and I can't wait to see where she goes. Maybe we'll get another Lucindo versus Yasmin Uruguay fight down the road when both these girls are like 27 years old, and they're both, just savages because they already are. So, yeah, man, give me Lasmin Lucindo by KO or decision. But I think that she can fit. If Juliana Miller finished her, then I think Lucindo can. Next fight is going to be one of the best fights on the card. All action, man. Jeremiah Wells versus Matt Semelsberger. We got Wells, who's 11-2-1, currently sitting at -130. Or actually, it's about -110. This is like a pick'em now. He's 36 years old, 5'9" with a 74-inch reach. Matt Semelsberger, 11-4, currently sitting at -110, 30 years old, 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. So he's going to be 4 inches taller with 1 inch of reach. But this is going to be a banger. You've seen Jeremiah Wells, man, very well-rounded, very explosive, and hits like a truck. You seen against Warley Alves, he was able to survive a little bit of being put on his back at the end of the first round after he hurt Warley a couple times in the first round. Warley got him down. He was able to survive, come back in the second round. Cardio checked out. He smoked Warley, put him to sleep with that right hook. Next fight against Blood Diamond came out, took him down. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, is Jeremiah Wells. Took him down, held him down, took him most of the round, but then he got that rear naked choke in the first round. And then Court McGee, he sent him to the shadow realms, man. 1 minute into the third, first round, he threw a 3-punch combination and hit him with the end of that left hook, man, right on the chin. This guy's fast, explosive, excellent ground and pound, throws crazy power in both hands, throws power with combos where he'll throw like 4 hooks in a row, just trying to kill you, man. He's a very rare, dangerous dude, man. I really, really like Jeremiah Wells. Matt Semelsberger, man, tough as hell, really good boxing. Not the best defensive wrestling, but he's got pretty good offensive wrestling. Crazy power in his right hand, man. He's got a couple knockouts in the UFC with that right hand. Put out Jason Witt. He put out Martin Sano. Had that great fight with AJ Fletcher and then beat Jake Matthews, man. So, he's had some ups and downs in the UFC. He lost to Chaos Williams, lost to Alex Moreno. And that's why I'm going to take Jeremiah Wells here, man. I think Jeremiah Wells is better than Chaos Williams. I actually think he hits harder than Chaos Williams, and he has more output than Chaos Williams. And I think that he's going to beat Matt Semelsberger, and I might be probably betting him. This fight's going to be close. As far as the line. So Wells was a big favorite. So I think I might bet Wells. I think Wells is going to be too fast. I actually like Wells being the shorter guy against Matt Semelsberger. So when he's swinging up, man, he's swinging, hit him right in the chin. He's got more to hit when he's throwing these punches. And I think he has the ground advantage too. So yeah, man, give me Jeremiah Wells. I'm definitely, I've been wanting to bet him and get him at a good price like that. I'll take it. Next fight is in the men's middleweight division. We got Brad Tavares versus Bruno Silva. Brad Tavares is 19-7, currently sitting at -175. He's 35 years old, 6'1" with a 74-inch reach. Bruno Silva, Blondado, 22-8. Currently sitting at +150, 33 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. Brad Tavares, man, this dude's a veteran of the UFC. He's been in the UFC forever. He started on the Tough show. He's got good striking. He's got good boxing. He's got really, really good leg kicks. Some of the best takedown defense in the UFC for a long time now, man. It's very hard to take this guy down, and that's known. Nice, powerful leg kicks, like I said. Good boxing, good power in his right hand, but he's really not a finisher. He's got a really nice jab. He throws a powerful 1-2, and he's super tough with good cardio. And he's good on top, too. You've seen he got some control time over Giagos Duplessis. Was able to stop a terrible takedown from Giagos and hit him with his own. But I like Brad Tavares, but he's just not great anywhere, and he's not dangerous, man. 11 of his last 12 wins have gone to decision. Look at that. He's got 12 decision wins, 5 KO, two submissions. But 11 of his last 12 wins have gone to decision. So if you're on the Brad Tavares side, you're going to bet Brad Tavares by decision. Bruno Silva, man, shit the bed last time, man. Lost me a lot of money on in UFC San Diego to Gerard Meerschaert. Still don't make no sense to me. I went back and watched them fights again, and he has one of the best fights with Alex Pereira. Possibly took the second round there, and then comes out and just looks terrible. Gets outstruck by Gerard Meerschaert, taken down and beaten up, and then dropped in the third and choked out, man. It was just crazy. But he had them 3 wins, Wellington Turman, Andrew Sanchez, and Jordan Wright before that, where he looked really good. And then he looked good outside the UFC fighting Russians, was fighting all these tough Russians, man, getting them KOs. This is going to be such a good fight because Bruno Silva, excellent Muay Thai. He's got KO power in both hands. He'll throw 10-shot combos, throwing hooks. He works the body really well. I like that. Throws punches and kicks in combo, but he usually gets dominated till he comes back and gets that finish, man. And I don't know if that happens here. I think Brad Tavares is too tough and too defensively sound for that. I don't want to pick against Bruno again because if he comes out and looks like he did against Pereira, he's going to beat Brad Tavares. But until I see that after what happens last time, I cannot take that. So let me get Brad Tavares, and I'm going to take Brad Tavares by decision, man. So if I bet that, I'm going to bet him by decision. 11 of his last 12 wins go to decision. And usually, like I said, when you see the Bruno versus Alex Pereira, this dude is durable as hell. His mainly his losses are all submission. He's got what? 6 submission losses and 1 decision loss. So, and Brad Tavares ain't submitting nobody. So let's go with Brad Tavares by decision. Next fight, we got Bobby Green versus Jared Gordon at lightweight. Bobby Green is 29-14-1, currently sitting at -285. He's 36 years old, 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. Jared Flash Gordon, 19-6, currently sitting at +225. He's 5'9" with a 68-inch reach. So Bobby Green's going to have an inch of height and 3 inches of reach. Bobby Green, man, excellent slick boxing. Fast hands, throws a ton of volume, excellent feints, excellent movements. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got slick BJJ. He's got a really good clinch and a really good Muay Thai clinch that he uses against guys that are smaller than him, like when he fought Clay Guida and he kept shooting in and he would stop the shot and then hit him with a lot of Muay Thai clinch knees. Excellent movement and feints, excellent cardio and toughness. Talks a lot of crap, got knocked out by Drew Dover for the first time in a long time last fight, in a fight that he was doing really good in. Until he got caught, got beat by Islam on short notice. That doesn't really count. But the knockout of L.I. Quinto was pretty good, but he knocked out a Relator. But fought hard with Fiziev, Fought hard with Thiago Moises, man. I thought he won that fight. But Bobby Green's good. But his problem is, man, is he fights to the level of his competition. He fights every fight close because he doesn't have much power. He can be taken down and grappled against cage. Clay Guido's doing it. I honestly thought Clay Guido won that fight, to be honest, when I watched it then and when I watched it the other day. 36 years old now. He's been talking about retirement after this. Maybe he's going to go to like bare knuckle and make some more money or something. But he's got to fight Jared Gordon, man. And Jared Gordon looked good against Paddy Pimblett last fight. He's been looking good. Left hook is nice, man. He could not miss Paddy Pimblett's chin with that left hook. Really good wrestling and grappling. Excellent clinch against the cage. You've seen it. He clinched Paddy Pimblett up against the cage in the third round for like 4.5 minutes. Pushes a really good pace. He's constantly coming forward. Super tough, super good cardio. When he gets you down, he can hold you down. He's got good ground and pound, excellent pace and pressure. This dude's got volume out of this world. So this is going to be a really, really, really close fight. Jared Gordon ain't no bum. It's going to be a really close fight, man. I'm going to take Bobby Green, and I'm going to take him by split decision. And I would take a look at the split on this because these guys both fight very, very close. And I could see Jared Gordon winning one of the rounds and making another round look really close. So I like Bobby Green. I'm taking that by split decision. Co-main event time. We got Yadong Song versus Ricky Simone. Song Yadong. I'll flip it around. I don't care. 19-7-1. Currently sitting at plus 125. He is 25 years old, 5'8", with a 67-inch reach. Ricky Simone, 20-3. Currently sitting at minus 150, 30 years old, 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. And this fight is going to be probably the one, besides Pavlovich, I'm looking the most forward to. Yadong Song, man, this kid is very explosive, has very fast kickboxing, KO power in his hands and his feet, man. Powerful boxing. His uppercuts are nothing to mess with. Fast hands, overhand right, lead left hook, KO power, man. He's got excellent knees, excellent offensive and defensive wrestling. He's been training at Team Alpha Male for a long time now. You've seen that he was able to out-wrestle Corey Sandhagen, stopped all Sandhagen shots, and landed some of his own takedowns. KO power, where he's able to KO Julio Arce, Marlon Moraes. The dude's good, man. He's only getting better, and he's only 25 years old, which is what's crazy. Only 25, not even 25, but just turned it basically. Super fast head kicks, man. He hit Julio Arce with a nice head kick before he finished him with them punches. I like that. I went back on his record to look at the wrestling, see how it was, and it's good. He fought Cody Stamann. It looks like a draw. It was a draw, but only because that he had a point taken away in the first round of that fight, and he won the last 2 rounds convincingly. And the first round was really, really close too, but that's why it became a draw, because he lost the point in that. And then he's got this win over Casey Kenny, who's the same type of fighter as Ricky Simone. Now, I'm not saying Casey Kenny is as good as Ricky Simone, but I'll tell you this: Ricky Simone went to split decision with Ray Borg, and Casey Kenny beat Ray Borg in a unanimous decision. So I like Ricky Simone, man. Ricky Simone is crazy, explosive, super tough. He's got excellent wrestling, some of the best chain wrestling you're going to see in the game, man. His striking's really improved. He's been knocking people out. He knocked out a Sun Sao. He basically knocked out Jack Shore. He got the arm triangle after he hurt him really bad. But he hasn't fought like the highest level of competition. He does have that win over Merab, but he was losing that fight till he got that choke in the third round. But really heavy on top, man. He's got really good ground and pound. He's got really good BJJ. He's got a strong guillotine choke. That's what he got Merab with. He's got that rear naked choke. He's got arm triangles that are tough. 2 arm triangles in his last 4 wins. Strong clinch against cage. He can just hold you there all night. He's got a phenomenal gas tank and pace. His chain wrestling's off the hook. Can go from single leg to double leg to body lock back to single leg. Anything he can do to get you down. He was plus 210 to Jack Shore, though, when he landed that club and sub, man. He was actually getting beat in that fight. He wasn't able to land takedowns on Jack Shore. The one he did land on Shore was able to get right back up. But man, I'm actually going with Song Yadong here. I think that he's got the wrestling to keep this standing, and that's what's so like Ricky Simone got knocked out by Uriah Faber. That was just a weird, stupid punch. But you see when he fought Rob Font. Rob Font ain't a wrestler. He's a boxer, but he's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He was able to keep it standing where he had way better striking than Ricky Simone. Yadong Song has phenomenal wrestling, offensive and defensive. Like I said, out-wrestling Corey Sandhagen, out-wrestled. He used it against Marlon Vera, was doing good against Cody Stamann, Casey Kenny, man. He's got good wrestling. He's got good cardio. I think that he's going to be able to stop the wrestling, and I think that he got better striking from Ricky Simone, better striking than Ricky Simone from there. And I think that he either gets the finish or a decision on Ricky Simone. I love Ricky Simone as a fighter, but watching tapes, like Song's going to be, 2 inches taller. I think he's strong. I think he's going to be, and he's fast, so he can compete everywhere Ricky's good at, and then he's going to have the better striking. So give me Song Yadong. I want to see where that line goes for him, man. I think it's a good play. Main event time, we got Sergei Pavlovich versus Curtis Blaydes, man. This is going to be a banger. Sergei Pavlovich, 17-1, currently sitting at plus 145, 30 years old, 6'3" with an 84-inch reach. Curtis Razor Blaydes, 17-3, 32 years old, 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. Sergei Pavlovich, man, this dude is a killer. Came into the UFC 12-0. First fight in the UFC was Alistair Overeem, man. He was looking good there until like this weird he didn't get taken down. Like Alistair didn't take him down. He kind of like got hit, but he ended up falling down weird, right? Alistair gets on top of him, beats the brakes off him. He was a turtle without a shell. Came back, fought Marcelo Gollum, got the easy knockout, Maurice Green. And then he took a little time off. We didn't see him for about 3 years. Came back, man, and he is like his body type from when he fought Maurice Green to when he came back and fought Shamil is crazy different. He put on, looks like 20 pounds of muscle. He might weigh the same, but he turned that to muscle, man. But really, really good, dude. He's been knocking people dead. He knocked Shamil out 1 round, knocked Derek Lewis out in the 1st round in 55 seconds, and knocked Tai Tuivasa out in 54 seconds. Man, he's coming at guys reckless, throwing bombs. He got hit good against Tai a couple times when Tai was against the fence. He thought it was over, kind of like Israel did to Alex Pereira. He hit Pavlovich hard. Pavlovich ate it, hit him with 4 more bombs, put him out. He's just a berserker at this point, man. He's got crazy power in his right hand. He's got an excellent jab. His 1-2 is good. His forward pressure is crazy. Excellent finisher when the ops hurt. He goes nuts on them, and they're in the small cage, which I'm going to say that's going to favor Sergei Pavlovich because he's not going to have to look real hard or go real far to find Curtis Blaydes. Curtis Blaydes, man, one of the best heavyweights in the game for a long time now. He's got the best wrestling in the heavyweight division, maybe. I don't know. John Jones is back now, so I don't know if we can just throw that out there like that all the time. But he's got excellent wrestling, man. Boxing is getting to be great. Like his striking is phenomenal, man. Knocked out Chris Dawkins. Stood with Jaron Zeno for a good part of that fight. Showed, Derek Lewis got him. But he's got a good jab, and he's got power in his right hand. That's what he knocked Dawkins out with. He's got excellent takedowns, double leg, single leg body lock, good timing on his takedowns. When he gets on top of you, he will elbow your face off. That's what he did to Overeem, man. His ground and pound to Shamil, like his elbows in the on ground and pound are sick. His ground and pound overall are sick. He doesn't have the greatest control, man. He'll take guys down and they pop right back up on him. That's why he took Volkov down like 38 times. But yeah, dude, this is going to be a good fight, man. Blaydes has been KO'd in all 3 of his losses. And Pavlovich is the KO king, man. So I'm going to take Pavlovich. I'm going to say that this dude keeps this run going, and we're going to see this dude. He's still young. Big savage, man. 4 inches of reach in this little cage. I believe he's going to be able to touch Curtis Blaydes pretty early on in this fight and get him out of there. I don't know if I'm going to bet him straight up or if I'm going to bet the under, where I just get both guys just in case Blaydes, drops levels, gets the takedown and elbows out Sergei like Alistair did. So it's probably safer to take that under. We'll see what we get around to betting. But appreciate everybody hanging out, man. There'll be a live on my channel this on Thursday night. So check me out for that. And if anybody lives out in Vegas, wants to hang out or something, man, let me know in the messages or something. Let me know in the drop a message, and we'll try to figure something out there and watch something together, man. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Appreciate everybody in my Patreon, in the Discord, supporting the community, man. I will see you guys later. Excuse me. Good luck this week.